Is it working? Is it working? Hello? 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 Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Hello? 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 Right, is it working? Right, it's working. It's working. Okay, we're working now. Wicked. I had a bit of technical difficulties. My Windows it signed out of Windows for whatever reason. I don't know what was going on. It just locked me out of Windows completely. Then when I signed into Windows, it was just blagging me.
Right, it's working. It's working. Okay, we're
Still
working
working?
now. It was just blagging me.
Yes, pretty much. Windows completely signed me the fuck out. Didn't work at all. Just signed me out of Windows. When I logged back into Windows, all of my applications disappeared. So then I had to sign out of my account and then sign back in. It was all over the place, pretty much all over the place. I fixed it finally. I don't know what's happened. This is why I don't trust Windows, really. It's pretty piss poor, isn't it, when we think about it? Give me a second. I just need to turn the light on. It's actually getting quite dark now. It's actually getting quite dark. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. So, yeah, you know, as before, as before, I feel like putting some music on, playing some tunes. Obviously, I'll be tuning into the fight, but you know, while we wait for the fight, could put some music on, innit? If not, then so be it. So be it. Is it working? Is it working? Yes, I'm going to put some music on. Where were we? Where were we? We were on Freed from Desire.
My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no power, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no fame, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. Want more and more, people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, want more and more, people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, freed from desire, mind and senses purified, freed from desire, mind and senses purified, freed from desire, mind and senses purified, freed from desire. Na 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 One more and more.
Oh shit. But there, man. Someone said, say a few words about British nationalism. Okay. British nationalism is about putting your own people first, about putting morality above profits, about putting people above profits. It's about honouring your ancestors. And here's another thing that people don't talk about. It's actually about creating a better global world. That's often taboo in our circles. A lot of people think that we don't care about other nations, but it's actually the case that if we did have British nationalism in power, like if we had an ethno-nationalist state, that would benefit planet Earth as well. You know, reducing immigration doesn't just benefit England. It doesn't just benefit England. It benefits the third world. You know, all of these immigrants that come to our country, unfortunately, because of the economy or war or whatever, they're forced to come to our country. Hopefully, we can create a world where they no longer need to come to our country, where they can stay in their own country and help out the poor people. You know, immigration doesn't benefit anyone. It doesn't benefit normal working class people of England. And it doesn't benefit poor developing countries, because, you know, these poor developing countries, like Nigeria is a good example. Nigeria is an example where their country, they have a shortage of doctors in Nigeria. And unfortunately, a lot of their doctors come to England. And, of course, there's a lot of white liberals who think that's amazing. They think it's amazing. They're like, oh, it's amazing that we've got loads of skilled doctors in England. But for the people of Nigeria, they're suffering. A lot of babies are dying because all their doctors are in England. Wouldn't it be a better world if Nigerian doctors could stay in Nigeria? Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't it be amazing if doctors could stay in Nigeria, help those people, and we can train up our own people, and we can look after our people? It's a better world. Immigration only benefits greedy capitalists. It doesn't benefit normal working class people in England, and it certainly doesn't benefit, you know, poor developing countries. And that's what a lot of people don't talk about. This is the thing. It turns out when you care about your own people, when you care about English people, without even trying, you actually help out poorer countries without even trying. Now, I'm not saying, you know, yes, it would be better because the standards in Nigeria are very low. They are, yeah. They are, they're terrible. Like, it's the same with, you know, Syrian refugees, Afghani, doesn't matter where they're from. It's preferable that they would be able to stay in their own country. Yeah, it'd be better if they were in their own country, and then they wouldn't need to spend so much on taxes. Because here's the thing, right? In Nigeria, right, they have to pay for 5 doctors, right? And the reason why they have to pay for 5 doctors is because out of those 5 doctors, 4 will migrate to England and the West, right? So if you're in Nigeria, if you're just a normal person in Nigeria, you're a normal working class person, I don't know, maybe you work in a factory, or maybe you're really, really fucking poor and you haven't even got a fucking job, right? Your taxes, right, are being paid so you can train 5 doctors, and out of those 5 doctors, only fucking 1 will stay. So you're being taxed out the arse, and all of these doctors fuck off to England. And you're stuck there in Nigeria, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like, what the fuck? Where do I... Like, my child could die now. And then you've got these white liberals in England who are like, oh, immigration is so good for us. It's like, yeah, it's really good for you as a middle-class, bourgeois sort of middle-class wanker. Yeah, immigration's great for you and really, really wealthy people. But normal working-class people in England, that's fucking terrible. Normal people in Nigeria, immigration's horrible. It's even worse. Immigration to the West is actually worse for normal people of Nigeria. Normal people of Nigeria, they live in a country where all the most talented people fucking leave. All they fucking leave. And you're left behind. You're stuck in this fucking country. You're like, where the fuck is the doctors? Where the fuck are the nurses? You know what I mean? It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yeah. A lot of our doctors emigrate to Canada and America. We should pay them more to keep them here. We should. We should invest more in our, normal people of this country to keep them here. And we should also stop immigration, right, from Nigeria and places like that, so that they can keep their workers. Yeah? Immigration's not just about us. It's not about, a lot of people think, immigration is about making sure that English people are put first. Absolutely. It absolutely is that we're trying to put our own people first, and we're trying to put our country first, and our history and our culture. But it's also the case that we're actually helping out the rest of the world by doing this. We're helping out the rest of the world. Yeah? This is what lefties don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about the fact that immigration is horrible. That immigration to the West is horrible for these poorer countries. It's horrible for these poorer countries. They've got they're losing doctors, they're losing nurses. Yeah, nearly 50% of the population seem not to care about politics or even voting. How to make them care about nationalism is tough. That's, of course, yeah. The problem is that most people, I don't know if it's an evolutionary thing, but they will always tolerate quite a lot, and will tolerate quite a lot. People will only revolt against the system when they're no longer comfortable anymore. When they're no longer comfortable, then they'll revolt against the fucking system, won't they? When they're no longer comfortable. But while they're comfortable and they've got their food and the blah, 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 they'll tolerate the system. They need poverty, yeah. They do, yeah. When they experience poverty, then they'll revolt against this system. It's like liberal. There's like a weird sort of thing. Like I often call liberals white supremacists. I do. I call them white supremacists. The reason being, I call them white supremacists because although I'm a nationalist, I'm an ethno-nationalist, right? You'd be tempted to call me a white supremacist, but it's actually the case that they're the white supremacists because they're the ones stealing skilled workers all over the world to benefit themselves. And they don't give a fuck about Nigeria. Talk to a lefty about Nigeria. They claim to be globalists. You talk to lefties, they'll say, I'm a globalist, I care about planet Earth. That's what they'll say. But when you confront them on this, when you say, immigration's bad for the third world, they're losing skilled workers, they'll go straight in it. They'll say, I don't care about the third world. Fuck the third world. We have the Weimar degeneracy, but not the poverty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, our elites have got a good control over the economy. They know how to keep people comfortable to sort of stop revolutions, which is part of the problem, to be honest, isn't it? You know what I mean? People need to be uncomfortable. But this isn't going to last forever. People might look at the world they live in and they think it's going to last forever, but the economy is not stable at all. It's not stable. Yeah. Hey Slavery said, this is absolutely true. They are racist ones using people like units on a spreadsheet. They absolutely are. Because if we look at immigration, like this mass immigration, what it really is stealing people, the most talented people all over the world, right, and bringing them to the West to benefit white liberals and white upper class people. It's no different than slavery, really. You know what I mean? They're the real white supremacists, liberals are, they really are. And, it's like, when you actually talk to foreigners, when you actually talk to people from Iraq, I've got a friend in Iraq, right? And I spoke to this person in Iraq before, and we were in a debate. It was me, him, and this liberal came in, this white American liberal came in. And this white American said to this, he said to this person in Iraq, he said, because we were arguing about Trump and Hillary Clinton, that's what it was. And this white American was like, listen, it's better that we don't have Trump now. Because, it's better it would be better if we had Hillary Clinton. Right? Because she's less racist, she's less sexist, blah, 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 blah. Pro-trans, all this sort of shit. And essentially, what this bloke from Iraq said, he said, "I don't give a shit if the bombs have got like a rainbow flag on them." He said, Barack Obama is the actual like white supremacist. This liberal was laughing his arse off. Like, what do you mean Barack Obama's a white supremacist? And he was like, Barack Obama blew my fucking house up. And he went through this story. This Iraqi bloke. He said, I went to university one day. He said one day I went to university. Yeah, and when I came back, Obama's administration had blown the fuck out of my house. My house was no longer in existence. People had died in my village. He's like, this is real shit. He's like, this is real shit. He's like, people like Barack Obama, and you know, they're the fucking real bad people. They're the people stealing fucking immigrants. They're the people stealing immigrants, stealing all the skilled doctors. I'm left behind, and you're literally blowing fuck out of my community. You know what I mean? You can understand from a person in Iraq, they're like, I'm sorry, but these liberals, they're the really bad people. Like, they're the people blowing my village up. They're the people blowing my village up. Not only blowing it up, but stealing the immigrants, stealing the people of my country. Like, I'm stuck in Iraq, and it's like, where are all the doctors gone? Where are all the doctors gone? Oh, they're in the West now. Well, that's amazing. And you can imagine being an Iraqi, and you're like, right, I'm going to book an appointment to see a doctor. I feel a bit ill. And you phone up and you say, can I see a doctor? They're like, I'm sorry, there's a queue. And you investigate a bit harder and you go, oh, right, there's a waiting list because all the fucking doctors are leaving. They're going to the West. they're going to the West. Now, this person in Iraq, obviously he doesn't give a fuck. He's not thinking, like, oh, I'm so grateful that all my fellow countrymen are leaving my country and going to the West. Thank God it's not a racist. They don't see that. They look at that and they think, this is fucking terrible. I live in a shithole, and everyone's leaving because of people like, Barack Obama, Biden, liberals. Yeah. Yeah, yes, Obama emptied the Middle East. Imagine just thinking you could be droned any day. Yeah, because that's what he said. This guy, he was like, Barack Obama's a fucking fascist. And they were like, this liberal was like, what do you mean he's a fascist? He's not a racist. And they were like, I don't give a fuck if you think he's not a racist. He's blew the fuck out of my house and stole all the fucking doctors. This guy's a fucking evil person. That's what he's like. He's like, this guy's a fucking very evil person. At least with Trump, they didn't blow fuck out of my community. You know what I mean? And this is the thing. It's like, the irony of liberalism is that they're actually really ethnocentric without even realizing, in a bad way, in a really bad way. We're not ethnocentric in a bad way. We're ethnocentric in a pluralistic way, in the sense that we care about our own people, but that doesn't mean that we want to cause harm to other people. We don't want to cause harm to other people. We don't want to steal skilled labor. We don't want to cause suffering to people on planet Earth. We just want to look after our own. And, that's what we want to do. But, whereas liberals or liberalism or capitalism, all of this shit, that causes the most harm to the third world. Immigration, objectively, causes more harm than good. If you're thinking in a global way. That's the irony. See, like, the irony is that we're nationalistic, but our policies that we implement in England would benefit the world as well. Isn't that a strange thing that no one ever talks about? It's like, caring about your own country will benefit planet Earth. It will. Yeah? It will benefit planet Earth. Reducing immigration will benefit planet Earth. Not just England. It'll benefit England. Of course it will. We can think of many ways that immigration will benefit England. But it will also, ending immigration in England, will also benefit planet Earth. All of these developing countries get to keep their skilled workers, which is a fantastic thing. Isn't that great? I want that to happen. I want Nigeria to keep its doctors. I don't want to take doctors from Nigeria. We've got plenty of people unemployed in England. We've got plenty of people unemployed in England. or people in shitty jobs, where we can get them into good jobs. That's what we want to do. And that's what they're absolutely terrified of. They're absolutely terrified of this, because this system that we're advocating for will put the elites in their place a little bit. You know what I mean? They'll no longer be able to do that. Yeah, it would force developing countries to be innovative. It fucking would. They'd better. All of these countries that we take immigrants from, they would develop incredible pay. They'd be better off. Anyway, I'm gonna put some music on and drink, because I'm not drinking as much as I should be. But yeah. Anyway, talked a little about nationalism. Give me a sec. I'm gonna kick the cat out as well. It's been Oh, actually, Hey Slavery said the worry would be that Nigeria's economy would outpass England's. I'm not sure about that. Listen, we can still cooperate with them. Maybe their economy will improve. Maybe they'll get a really shit-hot economy. But you know what? Because we've made the steps to help them improve, we will have friendly relations with them, hopefully. Exactly, to the capitalists. Yeah, the capitalists are scared of that. They don't want them to... Listen, I'm okay with Nigeria developing and becoming fucking Wakanda or whatever. That's fine. But let's be realistic here. On a geopolitical level, England is always going to be a superpower, so they better watch it a little bit, so, you know what I mean? I'm going to kick this cat out because it's been a con... Wait, whoa. Yeah. But whenever people throw this at you, whenever people say to you, if they ever say to you, immigration is good for this country, you should always fight back and you should always say, yes, okay, all right, let's, for the sake of argument, agree that immigration is good for this country. But is it good for every other country on planet Earth? Because here's the thing, if they're making the argument that immigrants make this country better, you should fight back with their own logic. You should say, well, you claim to be a person who cares about planet Earth, right? So surely, if immigration is good for this country, why aren't we sending the immigrants to developing countries? Yeah? Why aren't we sending immigrants to India or Pakistan or Somalia? Because surely, right, if these people are not nationalistic, if they're not nationalistic, if they're like, they care about planet Earth, they believe in one race, the human race, then you should say to them, if you believe that we're just one race, the human race, then surely we should be sending these immigrants and these refugees to the most poor countries on planet Earth. If they actually believe that immigration is good for this country, yeah, and they're also claiming to be a globalist who loves every nation on planet Earth, then surely using their own argument, right, we should be sending immigrants to the developing countries. That's where we should be sending them. Am I right? Why is it the case that if immigration is good for this country, and they're claiming to not be white supremacists, right, why is it the case that we're sending immigrants to fucking Western countries? If immigration is good for this country, then we should be sending immigrants to the developing countries, where they need the immigration the most. Yeah? I dare you to confront a liberal with that argument. Watch their fucking brain explode. They don't know how to deal with it. They've never been confronted with this before. And when they are confronted with this, they don't react in a very normal, expected way that you would think. Their evilness kicks in. Because they're evil. They're demonic people. They're fucking demons, man. They're Satan. They're satanic. You know, they want to convince you. They want to convince you that you're the fucking evil one. They want to convince you that you're the evil one because you want to put your own people first. They've convinced a lot of people that being against immigration just means you're fucking horrible to people. That you're just a nasty bastard. You're not a nasty bastard at all. They're the nasty people. They're the ones going around planet fucking Earth bombing people and fucking robbing people. It's what they're fucking doing. It's a form of slavery, really. It's no different than slavery. Immigration isn't. You know, still fucking treating people like cattle and fucking moving them around planet Earth. And they're fucking doing it. It ain't fucking you doing it. Let's be real here, if you're a nationalist, you're probably not an elite fucking billionaire or something, yeah? You're not fucking doing this. You're not stealing skilled workers from Africa. They fucking are. They're the people doing it. They're the fucking people doing it. The fucking liberals. Yeah? Racist. And they are racist. They fucking definitely are. As someone alluded to earlier in these comments, they said they treat people as fucking units on a spreadsheet. Treat them as cattle. And they only care about their own existence. Like, liberals in England, like these people like Owen Jones, Ash Sarkar, fucking, you know, or even the Conservatives, you know, Boris Johnson, they're liberals as well. All of these people, yeah? They just want to steal people from developing countries. Greedy. That's what they fucking are. That's why, by the way, they're fucking terrified of They're terrified of nationalism because when we start making arguments like this, they've got fucking nothing. They can't deny it. They can't. There's not this argument that I'm making. This argument that people make for nationalism, right? They've got nothing. They've got no refutation. Their only refutation of this is to admit what they are. Is to admit that they only care about making money. And they do all the time. They're like, I only care about making money. This makes me the most money. Yeah? This is what we're going to do. You know? See, it's one about nationalism, right? Nationalism, you caring about your own people, benefits planet Earth. How about that? And it fucking does. It definitely does. 100%. No denying it. No denying it at all. And if they do deny it, they're full of shit. I'm telling you. Oh, shut up now, anyway. Here's another thing as well. When you start making, I want you to do this, right? Talk to a communist with arguments like this. I've spoken to many communists, right? Real Marxists, right? And you can actually get them to agree that immigration's bad. Yeah? And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you've got a national socialist, right? A real nationalist, and you've got a Marxist, and they can agree to stop immigration. Isn't that a good thing? Yeah? They'll agree with you because they can't deny it. No one can deny it. The only person who can defend immigration is a liberal capitalist. And when they... liberal capitalists, the good thing about liberal capitalists is that when you actually confront them with arguments like this, their real demonic form appears. And they'll just straight up say that they support this. As soon as when you say, oh, you just want to steal people from around the world, and you make arguments like these, they'll just tell people. They'll say, yeah, I do want to do that. And normal people, when they react to that, they go, you're fucking evil, aren't you? You're really fucking evil. You're an evil person. You just want to steal immigrants from all over the world and bomb them. You're fucking evil, man. So why are you doing this? You know what I mean? It's fucking evil, man. Really evil. But yeah, oh shit. Hello. Yeah, but if you're wondering why I'm here, essentially another one of my channels has been banned. This is like the 5th one in a row. I think it got banned because I was doing some pro-Russia stuff. Classic. If you don't know me, you know, it's understandable. This is Chris's channel, but you know, I've got a bit of Russian in me, and I'm pro-Russia. You know, we support Putin, we support the brave boys in Moscow, dealing with fucking Ukraine, evil Ukraine. Get a Z, you know, Z in the chat, yeah. But yeah, that's why I've had my channels banned. But I'm just streaming some music. You know, I'll talk about politics another day, maybe. But let's put this song on.
Everybody's free. Everybody's brother and sister together, we'll make it through. Someday a spirit will lift you and take you down. I know you've been hurting, but I'll be there waiting to be there for you. And I'll be there just helping you out whenever I can. Come on, everybody's free to feel good. Everybody's free to feel
What time, Chris? What time is the fight, Chris? What time? 9:30, is it? I think it's 9:30. Right, listen. If it's 9:30, let me know in the chat, please. What I support Russia. I do support Russia. Glory to the brave boys in Moscow defeating the Western dogs. Yeah. Right, but that's for another. That's for. Listen, that's a very spicy subject, obviously, and I don't want to get this channel banned. So, for the sake of argument, Slava Ukrainian and all that bullshit, because. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're pro-Russian on YouTube, you'll get fucked. You'll get banned and all that bullshit. So, for the sake of argument, Slava Ukraine, all that fucking bullshit. Yeah. Put your blue and yellow flag up in the air. You know what I mean? Put up it in the air.
California dreaming, I'm such a way to stay.
I'll just address that. You said, aren't you in the West, though? I'm confused. No, I don't mean that I put Russia above the West. Of course I don't. Obviously, I put England first. But I still... Hello? But, you know, I do... I obviously put England first. England first always. That's the way I believe. But... in regards to geopolitics, I understand that Russia is a superpower, and I want peaceful relations with Russia. I don't want hostility towards them. I don't want conflict. I don't want expensive gas or expensive energy. I just want peaceful relations with them. And in regards to the Ukraine conflict, it's my my belief. Well, it's not just my belief. It's a fact that Ukraine historically is a part of Russia. That's just where it goes. I put Scotland first always. I'm glad you do that. If you're from Scotland, I'm glad you do that. That's a good thing to do. Love Scotland. I'd love to go to Scotland, by the way. I've never been to Scotland, but what a beautiful country. And it's, you know what I mean? That's what I'm on about. A lot of people go holiday abroad and stuff. I've been abroad loads of times. I haven't even fucking explored the majority of the United Kingdom. Really? I need to go to Scotland. I haven't been to Scotland yet. I've been to Wales, England, Northern Ireland, Republic. I've never been to Scotland. I should go. To Scotland, and I will be doing that. Do you know what? I'm going to do that. Going to book a holiday, get up to Scotland, go to Glasgow. You know, what part of Scotland are you from, Louise? But yeah, that's the point. But yeah, what I mean by pro-Russia is I want peaceful relations with Russia. I don't want conflict with them. I don't want war. I don't want expensive energy. Are you pro-England only? No, I'm not. No, I'm pro-United Kingdom, obviously. I'm pro-United Kingdom. England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, all of that. That's what I'm pro. United Kingdom. Don't go to Glasgow. Why? I've heard so much about it. Lemmy. Do you like Lemmy? I like Lemmy. Lemmy's a bit of a shit lib, but he's a fucking funny guy. Still a funny guy. I like Lemmy. He's a funny guy. An Aberdenian. Yeah. You must know Lemmy. Lemmy's a good, funny fucker. He's a funny fucker. He's a shit lib. He is a shit lib, but still a funny guy. I like Lemmy. I watch his stuff. I watch his improv stories and stuff. I used to watch Lemmy's show as well. I used to watch that all the time, religiously. Because here's the thing, what people don't realise is that Scotland, I tell you what, Scottish comedy is top notch. It really is top notch. There's a lot of Scottish comedy shows that unfortunately don't get. It was never really on the BBC England that it should have been. Like some Scottish comedy is top notch, really top notch stuff, really good stuff. You know, some of the stuff on BBC Scotland's really fucking good. Like, we got to give them credit. Give them credit where the credit's due. The Scottish are funny people. Like, when they, in regards to comedy, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Lemmy, all of that stuff. You know, it's really good. Yeah, Scottish comedy, really good. Scotland's really good in loads of ways. Comedy, culture, a lot of green. Yeah, I love Scotland. I've never been to Scotland, but I fucking love Scotland. It's beautiful. Good lager as well. You know, if you don't know me, I love Kestrel. Kestrel is a Scottish lager, and it's a really good lager. Beautiful lager. A lot of our people choose to drink Carlsberg and Budweiser and all this sort of crap. But there's a lot of, homegrown lagers and beers and wine. Well, not necessarily wines, but there's definitely, but yeah, the best lager comes from Scotland. That's Kestrel. Definitely. Definitely. You need to take out definitely. You need to take out Sturgeon. Sturgeon's a fucking traitor. I mean, I can't talk for Scotland. That's your country. But Nicola Sturgeon, she wants you to join the European Union and all that fucking bullshit. And she's liberalising Scotland to a point where it's destroying the culture, the people of Scotland. It's like, nah, it needs to stop. And I think a lot of that comes from a hatred of England. It's like, listen, I get it. There's a lot of conflict between Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland, and all that stuff. But it doesn't mean that we necessarily have to destroy our country, does it? You know what I mean? You're allowing Jimmy Cranky to fuck over your country. Yeah, she is. Yeah, Scott's eyes are closed at the moment. Yeah. But listen, right, at the end of the day, we want to preserve all the individual countries of the United Kingdom. Yeah, I want Scotland to remain Scottish because there's a lot of positives from Scotland, like I've said, the comedy, the banter, the culture. We want to preserve that. We want to preserve the Englishness of the United Kingdom, the Scottishness, the Welsh, the Irish. We want to preserve all of that. Yeah. But like I said, Scottish banter is top-notch. Top-notch banter. So, like I've said, some of my favourite comedians are Scottish. Absolutely. It's incredible as well. I love it. Do you know what I've noticed as well? What's weird, right? For a long time, I believed that Scottish people could do a better Northern Ireland impression than an English person. But I've spoken to a few Scottish people, and they actually can't do a very good Northern Irish impression. I don't know why that is, but for whatever reason, they're not that good at doing that impression. I don't know why. I thought because they were both like Celtic that they could do each other's language, but they actually can't. They're not that good at each other's impressions. Weird, really weird. Anyway, shut the fuck up. But yeah, it's real honestly. Ask a Scottish person to do an Irish impression, and you'll go, "What the fuck is that?" Or ask an Irish person to do a Scottish impression, and you'll be surprised. Because I believe that they could do each other's. I thought, I don't know why it was, but I thought that they could both do each other's accent pretty well, but they're fucking terrible. They're terrible. Yeah, it's absolutely fucking terrible. Yeah, they are. But yeah, love Scotland, Scottish banter, comedy, top notch, culture, very cultured people. This is what I'm not going to big up Scotland too much because English nationalism and that. But like I say, we want to preserve Scotland. Why do we want to preserve Scottish culture and Scottish history in the United Kingdom? Right, some of the best scientists and philosophers who have ever lived have been from Scotland. Yeah. David Hume, all of these people, for whatever reason, I don't know what's in Scotland, right? But for whatever reason, they create geniuses, they create scientists and philosophers and comedians and artists and musicians. And that needs to be preserved. People like Nicola Sturgeon, yeah? People like Nicola Sturgeon, they don't want to do that. For whatever reason, they want to fuck over Scotland. And I do hope that the Scottish people say, listen, Nicola, I get it that, we want independence, but we don't want independence to a point where we're just destroying our fucking culture. Like, what, you crazy? You out of your mind?